Welcome to No Man's Sky survival mode, and here we are up on this space station, and in this part what I want to do is travel to a new system, and I want to carry on my target of getting this milestone complete. And the first step is going to to get this 24.5 souls total moving forward. And as Snafu pointed out in the comments, it takes roughly 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay to actually move forward one soul. And it's very important to realize is when I say 10 to 15 minutes gameplay, that's actually 10 to 15 minutes gameplay actually in the extreme environment, not tucked inside a building or as I was in the last video when I was inside the exocraft. Those don't count. You've actually got to be out in the extreme environment to do something, although you can tunnel down into caves if you want to speed things forward a little bit. And I think what we're going to do, guys, is I'm just going to go and find a new system we can go. And I'm kind of still a bit inclined to go towards the galactic core. Well, that says that's the furthest we can go. That says promising. It's a Corvax system. I mean, we could have a look at it and see what it is. They've got a single planet on it. I think we need a bit more than that. Not sure why. 658. I mean, we can go further than the recommended distance. It's probably only stopping it there, because if I go to the next planet in the system, it's outside of jump range. So this kind of path to the galactic core only goes as far as your jump range, minus the distance to the next star. So that's something to bear in mind. Affluence. Okay, there's a GEX system here. Doing a lot of work on GEX systems. So this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems, no moon. Yeah, I think we'll go with this, guys. I mean, there's bound to be an extreme planet in there somewhere. Yeah, 5 planets, GEX. Of course, we're going to scan the planet that's right in front of us at the moment. Parched planet activated. That's not going to be that interesting, although technically, if that was an extreme planet, it could be a fairly good planet to walk along. Wait, don't do that. I think we can go for that one. That's a verdant planet. Now that, oh, I definitely want to go there, but the first thing we're going to do is go into the space station, because that has got Starbulb on that planet, and one thing I do want to possibly do is set up a base to farm Starbulbs. I'll get there in the end, don't worry. So let's just get in here, because we're going to do our usual checks, see what we can find. And of course the other thing also with another thing with those types of planet is that they're normally full of hostile sentinels when you're on survival mode. The first thing we're going to do is say hello to this guy, do a ship tech test. So, okay. Purchase upgrade modules. What have you got here? Phase beam, photon cannon upgrade. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Hyperdrive module, pulse engine. I think we've got all the upgrades for a pulse engine, so we don't really need that. What I really need is something that's going to give me shields. Never mind. We got one more to add to our new fighter. I mean, it's nearly ready to go already. Actually, it's just that I want it to be a bit stronger. Actually, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, 21 slot. Why can't that be a full maxed out 38 slot fighter? I mean, that looks really great. I mean, I'd love to have that fighter like that, especially with the engine covers on the outside like that. But of course, it's not going to be a very big ship. Right, let's go and do a mission check as well while we're at it. Hello, guys. You're going to give me a bit more language. Yeah. Well, we can ask for directions, actually. That might be better. Hey, alien monolith. Obviously, they don't want me to go to a manufacturing base, but about. They dismiss me. Thank you. Hello. We got the traveller here as well, which now I'm in the mid game. I mean, they're pretty redundant because of just the only guys who've not played the game regularly. You can see here, ask where they came from, and that would send me to a grave, but I've got all the glyphs, so I don't really need him, except my phone gives me a package in return. I got 37,000. So I mean, the only real use for these guys now is trading nanites for cash, if you want cash, but in the mid-game, I mean, I don't have any shortage of cash. I mean, look at it, guys. I've got 471 million. And I think this is one of the downsides of No Man's Sky. I don't think it's just No Man's Sky. I think a lot of games suffer from this. You get to a point where, I mean, cash just literally becomes a way of keeping score because you don't really have anything to spend it on. And I mean, you know, I mean, the only thing I can really spend it now on is buying ships or upgrading my capital vessel. This is interesting. I've got there, so I was certainly going to take the 2 predators. That's interesting. Why did that headache? Did I just click the wrong one? I think I just where I'm talking. I think I've just abandoned missions. Yeah. Oh well, never mind. That's okay, guys. I mean, they're all minor ones anyway. You can always get there. Sorry, that was me just talking. And I suppose that's how easy it is to do things like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that important. I mean, we could locate a missing person. That would take me down onto a planet, but would it take me to that planet I want to go to? Yeah, I think we're just gonna wing it to start with, and I've got some stuff to sell. Yeah, there's a bit of a mistake there actually, wasn't it? Yeah, well, I was talking at the same time, but it's not the end of the world because, as I was saying, I've got 12,000 nanites. I've got coming up to 500 million. Well, generous 500 million. Sell the lemon, and I'm not sure why I'm lugging that nitrogen around, but I mean, I've got loads of projectile ammunition as well. See, I've got over 3,000. I think I'm going to sell some of that. I'd sell about 500 because it's starting to clog up my inventory now, and I'm not going to use it. I mean, I probably haven't fired more than 3,000 rounds in this whole Let's Play, probably, truth be known. I mean, it's a lot of ammunition. And let's get under, yeah, let's sell about 500. That's not for the money, that's just for space. And of course, one thing I didn't do was, what I wouldn't mind seeing is if I've got the dihydrogen gel. Nope. Oxygen, salt, silver, nothing there. Did you walk from over there? Oh no, there's 2 of them. For a brief moment then I thought, well, how that guide moved. Obviously there's 2 travellers here. I mean, I know in the Beyond's update they are talking at or hinting at of the NPCs moving around. And that'd be quite useful actually, especially if you can encounter them on a planet. I mean, it'd be really awesome if you were down on a planet exploring them, then you met them just wandering across the planet. I mean, that would be pretty good. And that's the planet we want to head for. I'm just going to line up. Yes, we've got ancient bones, star bulb, copper, paraffinium, and magnetized ferrite. Oh, we've got hostiles coming in. Yeah, it's all happening. Will we get to that planet in time? And I didn't change my ship either, did I? Oh, well, never mind. The advantage of sticking with this explorer is that if I want to put down and do some local exploration, I won't consume so much ship fuel. Okay. Well, we'll keep going until we're forced out of the accelerated drive. Yep. When we may hit the planet. Nope. Okay. Rocket launcher. So there's 2 of them. Oops, I hesitated on that, and they didn't. Got a lot. Change the phase beam. And got the shield recharged. Wow, one didn't do quite so well that time. Good. Photon cannon. Well, we got a bit of chromic metal. I suppose we can, if there's any tritium around here. Oops. Plenty of gold. I think I'm probably going to have to sell some of my gold off actually, because I'm not. Again, I've been collecting it for various purposes, but I haven't been really using it. Because I should really store some of it in my vaults. Right, let's head for the planet's surface. Whoops. So, yeah, this is quite a verdant planet as well. But I thought that would be a minor base, but it is a very minor base. In fact, it's a nonsense base. Actually, what was that? Some crystals there. Probably not going to mean that much, but curious to see what they are, and I can't land. Oh, come on, game. Okay, I'll see if I can land over there. Yep, there we are. And we'll see how hostile the sentinels are. Wow, this has got standard sentinels on it. Oh, that's useful. We may be... mining beam. This is a chloride lattice. Superoxide crystal, tetracobalt. Yeah, there's nothing here that really grabs me, but we'll mine one to start with. Now this looks like a planet that isn't full of hostile sentinels. So I could build a starbolt farm on here. That would be really great. What we need now is a good location. We've got a bit of a lake here. I mean, could we settle next to a lake? Well, let's have a look round, guys, just first. I don't want to just jump straight in. So there's unknown building over here. I think I would like something with a lake view. Well, we've got a landing point here, so we'll check this place out. And we've got... oops, wait, don't do that. Nothing found. Dense carbon. This looks like an operational base. Plasma launcher. Why is my plasma launcher out of fuel? Ammunition. Not fuel, what am I on about? Oh. That is definitely a reinforced door. Okay. Well, interesting. There was a... oh no! Ah, I can't do it. Okay. So the barrel actually rolled inside. I'm not going to be able to pick it up. Never mind, it's not important. It's probably got projectile ammunition in it. I feel heavy. My multi-tool pulls me down, and my helmet forces itself onto my shoulders. And it's not just me impacted. Production processes are going highway. I'd say I'd reboot. I'd say that I would reboot the gravitational stabilizers. Okay. Well, that was the wrong one. You can't get them all. You can't get them all right. So were the sentinels actually inside of the base? Okay, that was different. Over there. That looks like oxygen. Some more sentinels hanging around. Okay. I mean, we got another advantage of being down on this planet is if I get a carbon shortage, I can immediately come in and scan these or harvest these trees. We got another 67,000 for that. What's that there? A tree or yeah, it's another tree. It's another 67,000. There's a knowledge stone over there. We got some what we call it over there. But I don't want to clog my inventory up with that. We got the get word for silicates. What's around? What I'm really looking for is a plant deposit or something like that. Based on not really feeling it here, guys. And we've got magnetized ferrite deposit. I've got plenty of magnetized. Got some copper. So, what am I scanning now? Oh, we scanned another plant. There's copper in that direction. So what we're going to do is jump back in the ship and carry on our quest. Out. This is a really nice lake. And I would definitely like to be close to some naturally occurring star bulb so that I can harvest that to get the farm up and running. So, let's just fly across the surface for a little while and see what we can see. Oops, seem to be hooked on a tree there. So, another little flat lake in here. Because it's surrounded by fairly high terrain. So building on here would be fairly useful or not useful. We've found another landing point. So we might as well check this out. And I think maybe it's time to drop a manual save just in case. I want these. Oh, ha! About to say if I come back to where I was before. I don't think I have. No, because I think the entrance is right. Looks like there. What have we got in that direction? Got a alien artifact, 192 meters. There's another knowledge stone through here, I'd guess. 192 meters. I haven't really seen any plants yet. I'll grab one of those, not that I need it. There's the knowledge stone, so we might as well collect that. So we've got the get word for rare, and I think, to be honest, that is the definition of star bulbs. Star bulbs themselves are not be that common. Got a natural burial site that way, so we could check that out and see if we can find any bones or artifacts. We'll just get back to this area here. Oh, where are you? Actually, might as well scan him while we're at it. And then we'll kill him. Scan and kill, scan and kill. We want to drop in here to see if there's anybody inside. Not that I really need this stuff, but never mind. No, there's nobody in here. This is a transmission tower, so that might give me a direction to a crash freighter. Oh, there's 1, 3, 5, 7. I can never do these. There's 1, 5, 3. I'm just gonna guess, guys. I think I'm gonna guess 6. No signal found. What's some projectile ammunition? Yeah. It's a bit early in the morning for working out numeric sequences. And to be honest, they're not exactly being my strong point. I did do number theory when I was at college, and I found it very hard to get my head around it. You know, I enjoyed mathematics, but number theory and the visualization of numbers and what numbers represent was a little bit of a stretch too far for me. But I enjoyed the basic number theory about the relationships between different numbers, but when the advanced stuff got a little bit too abstract for me, to be honest. Anyway, I don't think you guys are particularly interested in number theory. One thing I did enjoy was topological spaces. Those we better do the usual, grab a little bit of dihydrogen just to keep up there so I can send out another frigate mission. Okay, so it looks like there's several sources around here, which is going to be good. We better top up the terrain manipulator. It's quite often these bones and ancient bones that are buried in areas around here. See, like there's should be another one down here. There we are. And there's another one there. So although there's one tag, once you get close, you can often dig out several. Okay. It'd be really great if you could unearth a complete skeleton or something like that. We've got a time-worn partial skeleton. So we've now got that there. So what can we get from that? So we got charred bone fragments, crumbling partial skeleton. Oh, so the game must have read my mind. Although we can't see it, it all looks the same. A time-worn partial skeleton and another time-worn partial skeleton. Again, if you're playing in the early game, if you can find a planet with these natural deposits on, it's a pretty good way of making some cash, to be honest. It's just being able to find them, because quite often the skeletons that are in kind of planets that you won't get early access to. And of course, the snafu keeps reminding me is about scanning birds, and I've just been whacked up. There's a creature there. Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to scan creatures, and you are being obnoxious and please run away. Okay. I've still got the birds to scare. As I was saying, the snafu keeps reminding me about birds, that there are different types in the planet, and the last planet he identified several types. I have to confess, when I was playing in the last video, I had a bit more of a fixation on the extreme weather than the birds. So we've only got 200 for that. Now the birds have flown off. No, we got you. There's no more. Some damaged machinery. It's just keeping the lock on one. I don't think I'm close enough for these. Sometimes what happens is that when you fly in like this, and if you don't get a lock straight away, sometimes it won't lock on like this. In fact, it's saying that right, we've got a lock there for a scan. What you need to do is keep the cursor. There we are. Yeah, you need to keep the cursor as close to the one that you're scanning while they're flying about, and then sometimes you can actually get away with it. Right. I think what we're going to have to do is resort to a signal booster. Up the oxygen. And what we're going to do is put out the signal booster. I think I've got plenty of navigational data. If not, who cares? Yeah, let's pop this and capital outposts. Let's scan for secure frequencies. We may get a manufacturing base. Supply depot. Great, thank you, game. And I think that's back the way that we came. So, right, the journey continues. About to save. More creatures appearing. I think they're all the same. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to fly and see if we can get into a new area. Then what I will probably do is then go on foot. I think traveling on foot might be better. Oh, look at that. Why didn't that show up on my radar? So we got... oh, we got a whole load of creatures here. Hello, Mr. Sentinel. Hello, creatures. So we got a small grouping of star bulbs here. Now the question is, do we go up onto the hill, or we got? I mean, we don't on this planet. We don't really need it on our doorstep. We just need it close enough to. What's that there? We've got some copper. I could mine the copper out. We'll get this depression may not be. I mean, we need areas to plant out because this is going to be very much a star bulb farm. I think I'm going to keep the copper in the ground for the moment because I don't think I actually need copper. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, we've still got nearly 500 copper. I think having a copper deposit nearby could be useful. Yeah, this is looking a pretty good site. But where are we going to build the base itself? I mean, it's not exactly flat, but then I don't really need to flatten some damaged machinery here. There's another knowledge stone there as well, so well, thank you, game. There's definitely a lot of knowledge stones around here. Oops. Got the get word for ammunition. Okay, let's just get a little bit visual. I think maybe if I come down into this area and say about here, because all we really need is an area to grow star bulb and put out a few buildings. It's not going to be a major base. I think maybe we'll just go in about here. Let's just register base if I can find the what we call it, blueprint analyzer, base computer. There we are. Maybe we're just that's interesting. Oh, wait, because it's too close to that plant. So you put out the base computer. Claim base. Yes, thank you. Looks like there's several deposits around here. So we've now got this here. And the next thing I would really like is I can remember where it is actually, is a teleporter so that we can get out. There we are. We need 1 ion battery. Thank you, game. We should be able to make an ion battery. Because of course we want to be able to come and go from this space without having to rely on the... yeah, I don't want to have to fly here and back because this is a long way away from the space station. The next thing we want is a auto. Wow. Thank you. That's very explosive of you. And of course, what next thing we're going to need is somewhere to hide from these bozos should we aggravate them. Question is, do I go for a base like this? I mean, we'd have to go and mine pure ferrite. And does it really fit with what I'm doing here? Or let me just have a look back. No, I don't like that. I'm kind of thinking basic components. We could go wood. I haven't actually ever built a concrete base as well. That's ferrite dust as well. Okay. Metal components. Yeah, well, that's what am I doing? Okay. We build a concrete base. That's ferrite dust as well. I mean, I could mine the ferrite dust. I mean, there's plenty of stuff around here. Do I really want a decisions? I actually like that entrance for the actual concrete base, and the metal one looks pretty cool as well. So we need some ferrite dust. Oh, butterflies. These are one of my favorite things to try and scan. Trying to keep a lock on butterflies is really difficult, guys, just to show you. I mean, I'm not going to waste too much time trying to... yeah, I mean, scanning butterflies, they're so quick. You can hear the click when it's doing it. Yeah, I'm not going to waste time on that. What I want to do is... let's just scan this. Wait, go away. I think what we're going to do is we're going to wander away from the base, because now created a base, the sentinels always hang around it. So that's pure ferrite. I don't want ferrite, I want ferrite dust. Yeah, that's pure ferrite. But we've made a little bit of cash. And there's the star bulb. I'm not going to worry too much about harvest them. There we are. A little bit of paraffinium as well. I mean, I could... looks like there's a... looks like there's a... hello. Well, as well. And just grab some more of this ferrite dust. That's pure ferrite. What am I doing? I'm not paying attention. That's the trouble. I appear a little bit distracted in this video. It's because I'm thinking about other things at the same time whilst playing, which is something I actually do. I don't normally record, and when I say I do it, I find sometimes, like, if I've got a bit of a problem that needs solving, sort of a knowledge stone there, I actually find playing games like No Man's Sky, where you can just go out and chill, actually helps me think better. Actually, I don't know if it's to do with just keeping my hands occupied so that the mind can think about other problems. Let me just get a bit more. I really need some big deposits. Oh, go away. Oh, go away. I think what we'll do is we'll just take off and fly somewhere else. Because our base is now marked. We've now got the teleporter. I will be back for you, butterflies. Yeah, we'll just fly off and gather some ferrite dust somewhere else. Right, we've got 76. Haven't even got 100 ferrite dust. We need about 200 or 300 at least to build a simple base. Let's just fly away. And the downside of planets like this is they don't often have that much in the way of big ferrite dust deposits compared to some of the more rugged planets. I mean, this is probably a good location to put down on. Sometimes one of this ship's a bit too fast. We'll just... You've got to be kidding me. I've only just arrived. And I would like to gather that star ball, but it is. Okay. Keep moving, keep moving. Not exactly what I was planning on. That actually went down very quick, thank goodness, guys. Reload. Okay, let's get out of here. I've lost my ship. Where's my ship? Oh, go away. You're just irritating the heck out of me. For a planet with standard sentinels on it, they're very tetchy. Right. And how much ferrite dust did I get? No, I can't see. Wrong one. 104. I think what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to get rid of these bozos. I'm going to go back to the base, and I've got the teleporter. Look at that! Hey, look! Hey, look at that! Can you guys just see it? Above that lake, there was a little brief view of a rainbow. I mean, right. So what we're going to do is come back to here. Yep. Sentinels deactivated for about 5 minutes until I do something. I shouldn't be so cynical, should I? One. And what was I going to go for? It was metal, wasn't it? I think if we can drop what we need is a base. Doesn't the base metal come with a base? Yeah, there we are. Wait, go away. I think if we cut in like that, and that will give me a little bit of a... I like the idea of having the base slightly raised. And then, oh, out of ferrite dust again. So, oh, that's the basis of the platform. And what we could do is put something underneath to make this solid. We need a lot more ferrite dust, so yeah, I think what we're going to do, guys, we're going to jump in the base terminus. What have we got? I've got no idea what system I'm on, but then it, I mean, I could fungal farm, cactus fields. Where can we go? Let's just go somewhere random. Actually, there's one very quick way of doing this, and like I said, I've got loads of cash. Buy items. Nope, there we are. I know it's expensive, I've got the money for it. That's something I should have done first off the bat. Seeing we're here, we'll say hello to one of these guys and see if he wants to teach me any of the language. Yes. We've now got the callback's word for friend. Let's just get back to here. And I don't know what my solar farm, home portal. Hey. Mission agent, host farm, solar farm. So what is my new base called? Ross. Must be this one. It says return to agent. I think we're going to need to rename the base. Oh, rename base. Oops. I'll call this Starbase. I know it's not a Starbase, and feel free to criticize me, guys. But it's the way it is. I think we're just going to finish this part off with a little bit of building. What we can do is up here, and we've got loads of plates down, so we're just going to enclose the base so it looks solid. It also means that I probably won't get stuck underneath it. Just as a okay, you got that guy? Yep. We've got that there. I think I'll probably put the entrance on this corner, so what we can do is just come up here, across. And what we can do is go across. What we're looking for is the one more. You can come out that way. That'll give me an entrance here. And if we come back one, we got an entrance here. Is that an entrance or a door? Let me just. It's not an entrance. Okay. Got no idea what that was. Back across. Actually, what I wouldn't mind doing, putting in is that. That should let me in. Then what we can do is, question is, if I build something like that, will the sentinels be able to shoot through it? That'd be a bit ironic, wouldn't it? We don't have any glass for windows. You've got things that look like doors that aren't doors. Actually, why not? Let's have these along this wall here. It will behave. Wait. Why won't you? Come on, game. You were lining up just now. So that one, that's a half block. Why won't that? That's it. Sometimes you just got to get it started. What we can do is just that across like that. Then we can fill in the back with solid. Because, I mean, it's against the wall anyway. So, put a staircase and we can put a bit of height on it. What we will do is just put a solid wall just back like that. Let's say this is purely for defending against sentinels and various other obnoxious things that may want to annoy me. We can drop that on that corner. And hopefully we can get the into. I think the next one across is the. If we rotate that, I can drop into there. In some ways, it's quite pleasant to be back building again. To be honest, I've missed it to a certain degree. And again, I'm hoping that with the Beyond update that they're going to add a bit more variety to the base. Just keep developing that theme. I think that closes that in. Hey, you're going to hang around here. You've got to be a good neighbour. Although I think he is. Hello. And just get out of that. So we've now got our base there. Actually, that doesn't look too bad because those are actually like windows, aren't they? Which will illuminate the area around here. No idea where that came from. But we'll delete it anyway. It must be me being a bit over exuberant. And I think just to wind this video up, guys, we're just going to come back here, get out of that, and we're just going to take a bit of a picture of it. My new base, and what I will do is we're going to have to gather some star bulb and then start putting out the star bulb farm here. So what we're going to do is just get here, and we're just going to take the picture. Let's get rid of the like that. And that's going to be it for this part, guys. I've just realised how long I've gone on making this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting. So in the next part, we're going to carry on working on our extreme milestone. At the same time, I do want to get this star bulb farm up and running so that I can start making some more advanced technologies. Got a nice copper reserve here should I need it as well. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.